What's happening, peeps? So I've just had to come back and re-record this video. I only had about 4 minutes into the video and there was a knock on my street door, which is very rare. It's pretty late. It's gone midnight, by the way. I think it's gone midnight, almost midnight, I'd say. Let's check. Let's see. Oh no, it's 20 to midnight. I mean, someone's by my door, you know. It's okay though, everything's okay. People are safe. But I was just talking on the topic of what I've been thinking about tonight. And it was while I was having a moment to myself, my self-care moment. And my self-care moment consists of a bubble bath with some tea lights around it and a bowl of fruit. And I had a bowl of mixed fresh fruit. And I felt guilty, which is a bit weird to say, you know, and it's something I probably wouldn't normally say out loud, and I almost feel guilty for choosing me sometimes, you know, and being like that. But it's taken me a long time to get here, you know, from the culmination of experiences I've had to the challenges I've worked through and the obstacles I've overcome, and all that I've done alone. Which is the point in what I'm going to talk about today, because it's taken me back to a really important moment in my life that a shorthand bit of wisdom in a few words said carried with me for well over a decade. In fact, I carry those words with me today. And the words came from one of the most important people to have ever been in my life and to ever be in my life, you know. This person was and is in my life, and as much as I don't see him now, I'd always say this person is in my life because this person chose me. And it's not like I'll pick me or what kind of get up, but it's the point that this person chose to see the potential in me, despite my circumstances and the challenges I had, you know. I shut that. It's making me look more shiny than usual. I'm pretty shiny, by the way, because as I said, I got out of the bath and it's pretty warm here in London. It's a heat wave today. So it's been like 35 and 36, and the hat is on my head because I've got really curly hair and it takes a long time for me to straighten it and get that side parting, and I ain't doing that tonight to just to jump on film for a reflection like I do. Not that I don't want to show you my hair, but you have seen my hair in the daytime. Just nighttime is not worth it because it takes me that long. Like a woman, it's that curly. I've got a hair dryer and everything. Yeah. I'm going to say that out loud. Don't tell no one that secret. So if you're there, don't tell no one if you're here in the secret safe with fucking no one doing that on YouTube. Fuck's sake. But though, hence the reason for the hat and always looking shiny with no top on, you know. It's really hot. I live in London. I live in an apartment or a flat if you're in the UK, apartment to anyone outside of it, and it gets warm and it's dry heat normally, you know, and in here you get hot and sweaty. Normally have the fan on, humidifier going, but at the moment I can't because I'm filming and I need you to hear me rather than get a mic set up and all the rest of it. But going back to what I was saying anyway, was I was having my self-care moment, and that consists of me having a bath, me remaining clean, and cleansing my thoughts and cleansing myself for the day, regardless of what position I've been in life. It's been my thing to do, you know. I have a good clean, good old wash, good old scrub, never not solved any problems, you know, for me anyway, that is. And it did become obsessive at one time where I'd not only bath and shower, I'd clean a lot, and I kept that quiet for many years. I did. A few people knew about it, and well, quite a few people knew about it, I think, but I was meticulous with cleaning. I still got the clean streak in me now. I'm really clean now. But it's just my thing. It's the way I've taken care of any space that I've resided in, and understanding I have to take care of me. It's that old saying, you can't look after anyone else until you look after yourself. And I fully understood that after all these years, and I'm finally really truly embodying it. And that's why I embrace the self-care moments, and I do that consistently. And I just wanted to note how guilty I felt doing it. I was having a bath, I had a bowl of mixed fruit, fresh fruit, that's a mango, blackberries, blueberries and apple, if you was wondering what I had in there. All fresh, obviously, and a cup of tea in a bath with a wax melt burning, a couple of tea lights around it, and a Epsom salt and bubble bath. Yeah, moment. Yeah, it sounds like a moment, right? Yeah, which it was and which it is when I do that. But I felt really guilty, and I feel really guilty in the moments, and I know I shouldn't. But this takes me back to my point of the most important person I'd say to have ever been in my life, bar my grandparents, my grandfather in particular, with the words that he always gave me. And it was the shortest moments of advice that he'd gave me that really sat with me. And it was wisdom. It was all wisdom in short moments and brief periods of conversation. And it always sat with me because I'm a listener. I like to listen. And I like to understand, I like to take in, I like to understand people around me, you know. It's not that I want to study people or to do anything weird. I just want to know you, you know. If I'm spending enough time with you to give you my ear, I'm giving you my ear. So you got my attention, and I want to take it on board, regardless of who you are and what position in life you are, or how old you are. I'll give you my ear to hear, you know. And if you need my hand, I will lend it to you as well. I'll show you how to utilise your hands, and I don't conform with that, and we don't do that no more. But other ways, you know, like how to be creative and use tools and stuff like that, and which is important. And these moments for me, these reflections on short, brief moments with understanding little snippets of wisdom really sit with me, is because they apply to so much. They may seem vague. It's to the old sayings, you can't look after anyone else until you look after yourself, or you are the company you keep, you be consumed by what you consume, all these things we chuck about. But this particular moment was after I'd spent over 5.5 years, or 6.5 years, something like 6.5, I think it was. Yeah, 6.5. Think about it, Craig, for fuck's sake. 6.5 years in a unit, a pilot project, and you're doing intense therapy every day to get free in the community. And this person said to me, "I'm really proud of you, Craig, and I just want to leave you with this, that I want you to remember that, and note this, and don't take it the wrong way. She went, you're gonna have challenges and obstacles and all the rest of it, but you're going to be very lonely." Man, I looked him in the eye, dead in the eye, and I held eye contact for a moment, and those few words didn't make sense probably to anybody else if they was to have heard it, because they didn't. It was just me and this person in a hallway. And they said that to me. It was just like in a passing moment. It was just brief, busy moments. It was a quiet moment amongst the busyness, which is quite funny for me, finding peace in chaos, you know, and in many moments. And it was just finding the gems of wisdom in the busyness of it all. And those words, that you're going to be very lonely, sat with me. But I held on to them. I looked and I went, I acknowledged them, you know, because I thought that really means something. That's going to hit me one day. I'm gonna put that one, go like that, drop it in the Seagate, in the memory bank, you know, and I hold on to that one, because that's going to fit somewhere. And and there was a few years down the line where those words kept coming to me. They'd come to me. And it was the last time they come to me was the real moment and the real breakthrough in my life, the turning point, which was only a couple of years ago for me to get to the position I'm in now with the mindset I have and how I carry myself. And it's because I have come to the realization of how lonely I have been and how isolating it is to fully choose you and feel selfish enough. Even using that word feels hard. And be challenged enough to choose yourself and walk that path, knowing you've got to do it for you. And I think this will sit with everybody else too, and you. The moments of quiet, you know, amongst all the noise of the world, the times we choose ourselves despite us, you know, even when you do show people, I'm not one to show everyone everything anymore, because I don't want to upset people too much. And like I said, I feel guilty, and also it really upsets others when you've done well, and people just don't celebrate your wins no more. Not everyone wants to, and especially if someone else is going through a challenging time, because no two paths are aligned, you know. Everyone's we're not all linear, you know. We're not all one track, and we're all born at different times and different stages and phases and are on different journeys. So sometimes you might not be up when I'm up, and sometimes I'm down when you're up. But for me, I like to utilise seeing somebody else's success as a drive for me to be able to go and do what I need to do. Not in a hateful or spiteful way, but in my own way, in a creative sense. That's inspiration for me, and but not everybody thinks like that, unfortunately. Hence the reason why I speak the way I do, to try and help others see the way I think, to maybe apply little parts to yourself where they fit, and how you can manage that in your own mind, you know. But yeah, the whole point of this talk is that after it all, after everything that's been said and done and that I've heard, it's only in the moments of quiet and the isolation and the periods of quiet that I've been alone that I've found an understanding of it all, how I've worked hard and got through the challenges, and how lonely it is to do it. And it's an important thing to note, so that we all understand that we're all on our own journeys, we're all on our own paths, and that we should be supportive of each other, lift each other up, and bring spirit up with each other, bring our spirits up, because it is a lonely path, and it's important more people who understand this should speak up too. So I'm calling you out. So if you're a person that resonated with this, drop it in the comments and say, you know what, I hear you, Craig, I get that one. I feel guilty for wanting to treat myself. Maybe that saying, treat yourself, don't beat yourself. Can't look after anyone else until you look after yourself. And it's all these little gems of wisdom that we find in the moments of quiet while we're by ourselves, and we realise how lonely we are in this world in the times that we need someone to go, you've done well, or, you know, to celebrate you yourself, because especially if you're a person that shows up for others consistently, and maybe not everyone does that for you. So something to think about, you know, is that is what I'm saying. And don't feel guilty about self-care. Please do it. And you don't have to tell everyone all the time. And it does get lonely. And that's okay. But just reconnect with others, and from time to time share with a select few that do clap for you. Just remember, not everyone's for you. You know, not everyone's your mate as well. I've realised that too. That's another general wisdom. Not everybody's your friend. And I think I learned that one a bit too late, that one, but I learned it soon enough. But yeah, for those that really resonated with what I spoke about tonight, consider giving me a like, and maybe share it with someone else that may want to hear some of these words and feel encouraged by it, and will resonate with it. And if you ain't already, subscribe. This is Craig's Corner, and I'm Craig, as you do. At Craig Collins 1111 is my handle for YouTube, if you want to find me with the @ symbol. And I'm also on Instagram at CB Collins, 2 dots between a C and a B. And I share poetry and quotes over there, and my shorts for my videos that I share on YouTube now too. And yeah, please go over there and check me out on both, and subscribe to both. You can always leave a comment, and feel free to message, and I'm always here. And this is a safe space, and I appreciate every one of you for coming along on this journey with me, you know. And day by day we're getting there, we're getting better, and more people we're reaching and we're talking to, and trying to help the younger generation not fall victim to some of our mistakes, and not press them into a way of having to learn them the way we maybe had to learn ours, because despite them telling us we was going to learn mistakes the way we did, we didn't want to listen to it and want to learn them anyway. So it's not push it or force it onto anyone, just share like this the way we do, and remain consistent and remain true, you know. On that note, it's 14:44.